Welcome back, football fans. Today I will be sharing 3 La Liga career mode ideas to keep FC25 interesting for you this year. First up, Malaga. If you love a challenge, rebuilding a fallen giant and crafting a club's revival story, Malaga is the club for you. Let's break down why they should be your next FC25 project. Malaga has a rich yet turbulent history. Over 10 years ago in 2012, they were a household name in the footballing world. You may even remember their Champions League run that year, where they were quarter-finalists against Borussia Dortmund, just minutes away from making history. In terms of league performance, their highest ever finish came in 2011 to 2012 season, where they finished 4th in La Liga, the highest they have achieved in over 100 years. But financial issues have hit the club hard since then, and Malaga have fallen from La Liga to the lower divisions. So what's the challenge? They're currently playing second division, meaning your first challenge will be getting them promoted back to La Liga. This won't be easy. Your squad will be a mix of experienced players and younger prospects, but you'll need to be smart with transfers and loans. You won't have the biggest budget, so finding hidden gems and developing youth players will be crucial. La Rosaleda, Malaga's iconic home stadium, is one of the best atmospheres in Spanish football. It holds over 30,000 fans. The local fan base is loyal and desperate for a revival, and you'll be the manager to bring back those unforgettable European nights. One of Malaga's strengths is its youth academy. Players like Isco and Wanmi started their careers there, and in FC25 you can revive this talent pipeline. My recommendation is investing in scouting in Spain and South America, as this will be key to finding young stars to build your team around. Financially, they're not a powerhouse, but that's part of the challenge, right? You need to manage a limited budget, make smart signings, and focus on long-term investments. There's no quick fix here. It's about clever strategy, smart transfers, and steady growth. News has it on the grapevine, suitors from the Middle East are interested in them. So who knows, you may also get a sugar daddy boost. Your ultimate goal with Malaga is clear. Promotion to La Liga, finish above 4th, finish the dream of taking the club into Europe again, and maybe, just maybe, leading Malaga into another unforgettable Champions League run. Next up, Deportivo La Coruña. If you're looking for a club with an incredible history, passionate fan base, and a serious rebuilding challenge, Deportivo is the team for you. Deportivo La Coruña is one of Spain's historic clubs. They were a force in the Liga during the late 90s and early 2000s, famously winning the title in 2000 and consistently competing in the Champions League. Do you guys remember the Super Depo era? Deportivo was a team that could take down the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Valencia and the like. Their incredible comeback against AC Milan in the 2004 Champions League quarter-finals remains one of the greatest nights in European football history, where they lost the first leg by 1 goal, but in the second home leg scored no less than 4 goals. But since those glory days, things have changed. Deportivo has fallen down the leagues and now battling in Spain's lower divisions. So what's the main challenge here? Deportivo need a rebuild from the ground up, and as a manager in FC25, that's where the fun begins. Can you restore the Super Depot and bring them back to the top? The Riazor Stadium, home to Deportivo, is one of the most iconic stadiums in Spain. With a capacity of over 32,000, it was once the site of some of the most thrilling football matches in Europe. The fan base is loyal, passionate and desperate to see their team back where they belong. Building a competitive squad is key. Deportivo aren't starting with a La Liga caliber squad, but their expectations are high. You'll need to navigate tight budgets and be smart with transfers. Youth as always is important, but experienced loan signings to strengthen the squad in the short term will be crucial as you push for promotion. I remember the days of a clutch striker they had called Diego Tristan. Could you find that prolific striker for them again? Your long-term goal is clear. As with Malaga, Deportivo fans dream of the days when they were battling the best in Europe. Restoring those Champions League nights at home would be the ultimate achievement for any manager. This is your chance to bring Deportivo back to their glory days. Can you create the next Super Depot and make this club a force in Europe again? And finally, we have Valencia. If you're looking for a club with a rich history, passionate fans, and serious potential for a dramatic revival, then this is the club for you. Valencia is one of Spain's most historic clubs. They've won La Liga 6 times and lifted European trophies like the UEFA Cup and the Super Cup. Not to mention those back-to-back Champions League final appearances in 2000 and 2001. But in recent years, financial troubles and poor management have seen the club slide down the table, even fighting relegation at times. Crazy, right? As a manager in FC25, your mission will be to restore stability and get Valencia back into the top four. This isn't going to be easy. You have to navigate financial constraints, rebuild the squad, and manage the pressure of a club with massive expectations. Valencia's home ground, the Mestalla, is one of the most iconic stadiums in Europe, with a capacity over 48,000. It's a fortress that's seen countless legendary moments in Spanish football. Your challenge will be to turn the Mestalla back into a place where teams fear to play. Valencia has a proud history of developing young talent, with stars like David Silva, Juan Mata, and Jordi Alba all coming through the ranks. In FC25, you'll have access to one of the most promising youth academies in Spain. Developing homegrown players will be key to Valencia's revival, especially with limited transfer budgets. The challenge is to build a team that mixes experienced talent with young, hungry players ready to make their mark. Valencia's financial situation has been shaky for years, and part of your challenge will be balancing the books while building a competitive squad, finding Spanish gems and being shrewd in the transfer market, and regularly competing in the Champions League. As a manager, your long-term goal will be to get them back into Europe, competing in the Champions League or Europa League. The thrill of those midweek European nights at the Mestalla facing off against Europe's best is what the fans dream of. You will be the one to make that dream a reality. You'll have the flexibility to build a team around their strengths, whether that's a fast attacking system or a more solid defensive approach. The challenge is finding the right tactical balance to get Valencia back to competing at the highest level. Your long-term goal is clear: bring Valencia back to the top of Spanish football. Winning La Liga, competing in the Champions League, and reviving the glory days is what this challenge is all about. It's not just about short-term success, it's about building a legacy. The fans want trophies, and you can deliver that. So are you ready to take on the La Liga challenge in FC25? Let me know in the comments which will be your next story. And as always, keep making football history. Peace!